Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my Pan That Palette March update. So if you guys aren't caught up on this series, I will link it up in the cards. Basically this is just my yearly Pan That Palette series for 2022. So this year I am working on the Makeup Obsession Be Obsessed With palette as well as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. So the goal for this one is to hit pan in all the shades and the goal for this one is to use it all up. So I am just going to get straight into this update. We have some really good progress to share with you this month. I'm really excited. So without further ado, I will show you the progress pictures for my Be Obsessed With palette. So talking you through shade by shade, as you can see we've got some good progress. I had hoped to finish up Essential and Must this month. Unfortunately I didn't quite get there. I definitely by next month they will be done, but obviously as you can see there is still some left in these two shades. They have been obviously repressed, but yeah, just unfortunately didn't quite get there this month. But for numbers wise, the shade Essential, I used this one 12 times this month to bring us up to 42 uses total, so obviously quite a lot of use on that one. Then this shade Fixate here, which is a really nice kind of inner corner shade, I used that one 4 times this month to bring us up to 8 uses total. The shade Love in the middle here I just used once and that was the only time I've used it so far this year. Then the shade here Passion, I used that one time this month and that took us up to 3 uses total. The shade Drive I didn't use this month, but as you can see we've already got a pretty good big pan in there. Then the shade Must down here, I used this one 6 times this month, which took us up to 23 uses total. Again, really nearly done with these two, so I do think next month they will be done. Then we have the shade Aspire. I actually didn't use this one this month and haven't used it at all in the project, but as you can see we've got a tiny pan in there. Then we had my focus shade Craze. I used this one 3 times this month for 4 uses total. It's quite an unpigmented gold. It's very subtle, so I used it once when I was doing a kind of more subtle look, and then again the other times were with a kind of more topper shade layered on top, because I did feel like I needed to do that. Then I don't have any progress on these two. This one's just been used once in this project and this one not at all. So we are making some decent progress on here. Unfortunately my goals for next month are going to be the same as this month. I'm really hoping to use up both Must and Essential, and I do think hopefully by next month I can do that. And then just kind of continuing focusing on these two. This one I'm trying to use as an inner corner shade as much as possible, and this one obviously I want to focus on because it's my focus shade. But yeah, obviously because I haven't hit my goal of hitting pan on Craze, I am not going to be rolling in another focus shade for this palette, and I'm just going to be continuing to focus in on that one. But yeah, overall those ones definitely should be gone by next month, and then hopefully a bigger dip on both of these. So now for my ABH Riviera palette, we have much better progress here, much more exciting progress I think personally. I mean, I've only used 3 of the shades, but I've actually achieved one of my goals, which is good. So without further ado, I'll share the kind of progress pictures. So here is what the palette is currently looking like. We did start off with a very strong month of hitting 2 pans, and then last month didn't have quite as much progress. But sales, as you can see, I actually only had to use this once in this project before hitting my goal. Yacht was already panned. I haven't used Seychelles at all this month. I've only used it once in this project. Then Palermo here was my focus shade. I actually began using this last month as a blush topper, and I don't know if you can see, but the shade's actually worn down a lot more than the others. So you can see kind of over the top it's a much thinner pan altogether, but we did hit pan in there this month. I used this one 7 times this month for 17 uses total. That was my focus shade, so now obviously I'll be rolling in a new focus shade for next month. I haven't used the shade Seaside. I used the shade Inheritance once. It's a really pretty gold shade, and you can see a bit of a dip forming in there now. I haven't used Mediterranean. Estate was already panned before this project. I used the shade Cabana 5 times this month, and I think you can start to see a little bit of a dip forming, only minorly though. But yeah, I really like that shade. It's really pretty, and it worked really well with my Urban Decay Naked Honey palette that was in my 1 week 1 palette this month. Then the shade Coastline already had pan. Bahamas I'd used once last month. Monte Carlo already had pan, and Cairns I used once last month too, and haven't used Palm yet. So that's the progress with this palette. I think we are moving along very quickly with this actually. I mean, I know the shades now currently left to pan, besides maybe Cabana and Inheritance, are much more difficult for me because I don't love blues, and we've got a lot of blue in here, but hopefully we are getting there with the pans. So we now have pans in 6 of the 14 shades in here, so we're nearly halfway there, and we're only in the 3rd month now, so that is pretty good. But yeah, so now I'm just going to be generating a new focus shade for this month. So I'm going to get my random number generator and generate a number between 1 and 8. So that is going to be number 4. So counting along, we have, ignoring the pans, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the shade Mediterranean down here. I actually don't think I've used this shade too much. It's quite a nice, like, cool toned blue colour. So that is what this one looks like here. So you can see it's definitely a nice kind of blue shimmer, a bit more cool toned, not too deep, but actually quite a unique shade, I think, in my opinion. I don't have very many similar to it. It's giving kind of a little bit of a periwinkle type purple hue too, very lightly. But yeah, I'm excited to work on that one. I definitely don't think I will have it panned by next month because I don't use blue very often, but I'm definitely excited to work on it. I think it's one of the more interesting blues in this palette, so yeah, I'm really, really excited for that. But yeah, that is what the palette is currently looking like. And goals for next month, I think I'm just going to be focusing on this one. I'm not using my Naked Honey palette anymore, so I won't really be pulling into that one too much. But yeah, overall I think we're doing good on this one. I'm probably on track to maybe pan it by 3/4 of the way through this year, I'm not too sure. And then this one, you know, we're just kind of getting through in terms of trying to use it up. I do think we're very close on these two. But yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below. If you are enjoying this series, don't forget to subscribe. I do a whole lot of panning content on this channel, all types of project pan those eyeshadows, whole collection project pan, product 10 uses, loads and loads of stuff. So if that is something that interests you, make sure you do subscribe. If you want to check out my social media, my makeup, Instagram and stuff, that will be linked in the description. But yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe down below, and hit the bell to turn on all notifications. If you want to watch one of my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!